Okay, so this is Larry Johnson. He used to play in the NFL and he used to be really good friends with Jay-Z. As a matter of fact, they had an apartment together at one time. So listen to what he said.
Jay was there, B was there, and he rented this house. And we were supposed to do this rap party for this photo shoot. We rented this house and we were watching LeBron play. And after the game, it had to have been like 10 or 11 o'clock. So we getting ready to party. Mind you, it's all adults. There was a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old teenage Latin girl that was there. And I think she had to leave because she had school and she had to do homework. But she brought her mother with her. So it was no funny business going on, which I could respect that. So when 11 o'clock hit, we turned on the music, we started drinking, and then out of nowhere came these young children. I don't know where they came from. For a rap party at 11 o'clock at night, drinking loud music and us dancing wild. Like, I don't know where these kids came from. And then I happened to sit down because I was dancing with one of the assistants. And I sat next to this child, and the child sat next to Beyonce. So I hear B say something about, doesn't this look sexy? Or isn't this sexy? And in my mind, and mind you, I'm not awakened as I'm awakened now. So in my mind, I'm like, what did she just say? And then I didn't pay no attention to it. And then, you know, obviously the liquor took hold of me and I had to leave. So I said bye to everybody and left. But those kids remained. I don't know if those kids were from the photo shoot themselves.
Why? Whose kids were these? Where were their parents? Why are they coming in at a party at 11 o'clock with all these grown people? Beyonce, why are you asking a child if she, and again, this is all alleged. I got to say that because y'all know they've been coming for folks lately. Although I don't think that Beyonce and Jay-Z are in as good standing with the higher ups as they used to be. I'll say that. But I mean, if anything, I could see her saying, "Oh, do you like my outfit? Do you think this is pretty, sexy?" To a child at a grown people party at 11 at night. See, y'all be thinking just because it's a woman that they don't get down like that. But baby, the way these teachers been acting up, especially in my great state of Texas, I don't put nothing past none of these hoes no more. Guys, please hit the like button if you're on your way in. I've been violated by females. Yeah, you told me that. So I'm hyper vigilant with everyone. People can be so wicked. No, facts. And like, actually, this channel really opened my eyes to that, right? And that's why y'all will never see me get on here and make a channel that's one-sided and just catering to women and just talking about the stuff that men do. Because these hoes is nasty too. Like, y'all will never see that. If I have to be objective and if I have to tell the truth on people, then no, I can't in good conscience come on here and make a channel just talking bad about the, you know, men and the stuff that they do. Because it's more men walking around here than integrity. Not more men, but there are a lot of men walking around here with more integrity than a lot of these women, right? And vice versa. You have a lot of women walking around here with more integrity than a lot of these men. It's kind of like you got to take people on a case-by-case basis at this point. Hey, Dwayne Williams, this is my first time seeing you. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. Y'all hit the like button if y'all just now coming in. Did he grease me down too? Stop playing. Don't get on here with that foolishness. I'm getting the chills picturing all of this going down. Shh.
But the fact that these kids came around adults during drinking hours or partying hours was already alarming to me. So when I hear something like this happens, I can't really discount it and say, oh, he could never do this, because I'm hearing stories, I'm seeing it with my own eyes, and I've been in situations where something don't sound or look right, and it's usually involving children.
Hello. So hold on. The way he said that ain't the only incident that he's seen. And again, this is somebody who was Jay-Z's friend. He lived with him. He went to that party. He decided, okay, I'm going to dip. So he ain't stay to see what went down. A lot of the times, they'll kind of put something in front of you just to see if you're going to be cool with it. You know, they will test your boundaries just to see if you're going to be cool with it. And a lot of y'all can say, well, why didn't these people go to the police? They have the police in their pocket. What do you mean? For the longest, do y'all think people ain't never tried to tell on these celebrities? But when you can afford to pay the police department or the police chief off, or anybody that you want to, when you can afford to pay people off and you have that type of power, nothing that a victim says is gonna matter. You are a roach to them. And I believe the only reason why Diddy is going down now is because he had to have pissed somebody off. The industry is done. They don't need these people anymore. They're losing their influence. Shout out to For No Fame. And I liked how he talked about how a lot of these celebrities don't have the same power that they used to, or the higher ups don't see them as useful because they don't have influence. That is your purpose. So when they seen, oh, these celebrities couldn't really influence the youth to show up and show out during this last election, because that's your purpose. That is your purpose, to get in the minds of people and influence them. But when they seen how they lost the election, even though they brought out the Cardi B's, even though they brought out Beyonce, they pulled out all the stops. They had Megan Thee Stallion shaking her butt on national TV at a political gathering at that. And people still went out there and voted red. Even in blue states, you had the biggest turnout for a Republican that we've seen in our lifetime. Okay, the higher ups start thinking, well, what is the purpose in you? What are you good for? You're not useful anymore. This world is so dark and wicked. The Bible is not capping. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, you know what? I would love to. And I don't know if he would ever do it, because his channel is bigger than mine. He's got way more followers than mine. But he be grinding. He worked for every single one of them. But I would love to get on a live with him. And I would love to get on a live with Rondell on Rondell's Unpopular Opinion. I would love to get on with them. So I will be covering this entire trial. Later on tomorrow, I'm gonna have Binky from Binky Bianca's channel on me. We are going to talk about the Diddy update. So y'all tune in tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I am also going to do another video on the tunnels. It's time for an update. It's time for an update because you had an official, a lady that used to work in infrastructure, a former government official who came out and said they were investing money into underground cities and underground bases, that they were diverting funds to build these cities up under the United States. This is not conspiracy at this point, y'all. This is the age of Aquarius. It's all coming out in the wash. So I might have sounded crazy to y'all last year when I was talking about Allie Carter and how she said all these kids are underground and being trafficked through the tunnels. But at the very least, I can prove that it does exist at this point in time. Off topic, but have you seen Sinner yet, Mariah? No, I haven't. I'm in Colombia. I don't even know if it's in the movie theater over here. It should be, but I don't know. The election proved how popular the celebs are now. No, a celebrity, here's the thing. Social media made a celebrity no different than a loving hip hop star. At this point, they've lost their mystique. They've lost their ability to persuade us. Deep underground military bases where the trafficked children go. Yeah, because why you need deep underground military bases? That don't even make sense. You can't even launch attacks from there. Saint and the Sinner Marquette. No, I haven't seen that. Honestly and truly, I don't really watch movies like that. I might go to the movie theater once a year, once every couple years. I have a TV in my living room that I've turned on the entire. I've been in Colombia almost a year now. I've maybe turned it on press the button to turn it on maybe 5 times. I don't watch, like, if something comes on HBO, like, for example, if I want to watch House of Dragons, I will get an HBO subscription and cancel it after that. I have Crunchyroll. I'll watch a series, and when I'm done with that, I delete my subscription, and I'll usually just watch it all in one day and then won't even watch anything anymore. Yeah, salute to Ali Carter. And again, people think, here's the thing about people who are nobodies, right? People don't believe them. But it's all coming out in the wash. I hope that Ali Carter gets her justice. I hope she gets her recognition. And I'll say this. As far as this presidency, I have a lot of things that I don't like. And I have some things that I do like. I certainly have my criticism of this administration. But I'll say this. If the only thing that we did was stop or even just lessen the flow of these children across the border, if that's the only thing that man did while he was in office, then that's enough. That's enough for me, because we already know what would have happened had the other option been in position. These children would still in mass, by the hundreds of thousands, be getting imported into this country and being slaves. And I know a lot of y'all don't think that y'all don't even think about that. This goes back to the conversation that I was having on my last live, where I say, we as Black people, we need to stop acting like we had the worst. We had it the worst in the world, or we went through the worst type of slavery. When it's warehouses of women and children who are chained up, and they got random strangers coming in them and hopping in them every day, all day long. I'm sorry, I'm gonna choose picking cotton every day over that. And yes, I know that happened to slaves too, but I'm saying, like, there's a difference between, and again, it's all wrong, but there's a difference between you got to take it from the master's son every couple nights versus your whole purpose is being chained up and men are coming in and out all day long. These tunnels are underneath many celebs and billionaires' homes. Have y'all watched it? That's another series that y'all need to look at. There is a series called what is it called? It was inspired by Bruce Lee, Warrior. And this was after slavery. This is about when the Chinese immigrants came over. This is about that whole during the Industrial Revolution, right? And basically, this is about how the Chinese immigrants were coming over here working on the railroads, and they were showing these Chinese girls just locked up and caged up, chained, and they had so many places like this where their whole purpose was to be a sex slave, because a lot of these men were coming over here without wives. And it wasn't just Chinese men. A lot of men, when they came to the West to settle the West, they came to mine gold. They were leaving their wives and their children on the East Coast and coming over here. So, after they were done trying to mine for gold and trying to hit it big, they would go gamble, pay for prostitutes, or pay for the women who were slaves. And this is going on now, still to this day in the United States. All of those massage parlors and foot spas that I know we at least had in Dallas, you never see. I'm like, how y'all stay in business? How do y'all stay in business? I don't see nobody coming through there during the day until I realized what was really going on. And then I got confirmation of what was really going on. There's tunnels from Mexico that lead to the basement of a home in San Diego, likely dug by cartels. Oh, yeah, they're in on it. We kind of did go through the worst kind of slavery as people. I'm going to pick cotton every single day. I'm going to pick cotton every single day before I get chained up and be a sex slave. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And that's like, I don't know, maybe because I'm a woman, like imagine getting violated like that over and over and over and over again. These girls have their average lifespan is like a year, and then you go missing, nobody finds you. I'm pick cotton every day. That's all I got to say about that. With that said, guys, on y'all way out, hit the like button. I will be on here with Binky tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So y'all look out for that notification. I appreciate you, Cha Cha and Jamal, for holding the chat down. Got some real ones. With that said, y'all have a good night.